this is a question from the first semester or the midterm exam that was held a few months ago in the school where I teach. This was a question that was given to the students, and I'll go through this paper very quickly and solve it. Read the following instructions carefully before answering this question. You have been given a page in table format. Use this table wisely to divide your answers in. Okay, so basically the first question was to write the Muslim chart, the heavy version. So you would need to make a chart like this. Probably need to make more margins than this. I'll just copy this, copy, or just say just duplicate. There you go, something like this. So the first would be we learned it as it would be rafa, nasab, and jar. We would have to actually do this like this, right? And then this would be the singular, dual, and plural. So the singular version of the rafa, the heavy version, is going to be muslimun, musliman, muslimun, musliman, muslimin, right? And the dual is going to be the ani ones. Ani would mean two, right? Muslimaini, muslimaini. Remember, both of them are the same for the nasab and jar. Muslimaini, and then you have muslimaini, the same thing. Muslimaini. For the plural, it's going to be una, ina, ina, right? So it's muslimuna, muslimuna, muslimina, and muslimina. And the light version is going to be very similar. The only difference is we're gonna do this over here. Do we have space? Beautiful. I made this chart so beautiful, yet some of you could not answer this question. Very few of you could answer this question, which was very sad. This is part B and this is part A. So muslimun would become muslimu, muslima, muslimi. This part would be just muslima, muslimai, muslimai, remember? And this part would be muslimu, muslimi, muslimi. Terrible, yeah. Like, what is that? But all right, we can still work with that. There you go. This was 10 marks. 10 marks. This was kind of very easy, but some of you could not answer, sadly. Okay, moving on. This was a very simple question. There are 3 types of words in Arabic, which is going to be the harf. You can just say harf, right? Ism and fi'l. The roles and functions, we've done this before. It was just for brief. Just ism is like noun, adjective, ideas. Harf singular words that doesn't make sense on their own, make sense by themselves. Singular. Makes sense on their own. And fi'l is just a it's basically like verbs on steroids. But definitely you're not going to write that. Flexibility of words, we've done this. There's fully flexible, partially flexible, and non-flexible words. And we've talked about how Muhammad is a fully flexible. Musa is a partial, it's a non-flexible. And Ibrahim or something like that would be or Ismail would be a partially flexible. So fully flexible, like Muhammad, or any Meccan names, normally, most of the times. Non-flexible, or let's just say partial, let's go with, or let's follow the order. Partially flexible, like Yusuf. Non-flexible, which is Musa. Yusuf, Musa, none of these are Meccan words. And if you were to see their stories in the Bible or in any religious text, you would see that these prophets or these men, Moses and Joseph, were not people from around the Saudi, Middle East, Mecca. They were not people from around that area. And so their names are not Meccan, hence they are not fully flexible. A book claims all Meccan words are fully flexible. Yes. You must include 2 examples. Muhammad, and then even the word Mecca itself. Right? Just one example is fine. I did not condone many. None of you could give another example, so I just gave marks for the statement yes and for the example. And some of you were very smart and you guys referred back to this particular question, which was really brilliant. Okay, this is the main deal. This is the translation. And we're going to get into it. Ahmed, Ayn al-Mudir. Mudir is, and the worst thing was, this exam, I gave you guys the vocabulary sheet. So it was like, giving a chemistry exam or something, having the periodic sheet with you. And you guys could literally see the vocabularies. But yet, even so, you guys showed a terrible performance, which was very hard, breaking. But what to do? There you go. Mudir is principal. In this context, it means principal. Sometimes mudir could mean manager or someone, the big shot. Here it means where's the principal. Gonna go really fast. I have another class. مديري هناك فوق office. This sentence was terrible made. I made these sentences. فوق means over. فوق المكتب. المكتب means desk. So المدير هناك means the mudir is there at the office desk. That's over or at. It could mean both. So some of you didn't really I don't know, some of you said over the desk, above the desk. That did not make sense, but I gave you marks anyways for just being able to. This word was not given in the vocabulary sheet, so you had to recall back from last year or last semester. So this would translate the principal. Oh God. Principal is there at the desk. أين المكتبة? مكتبة is not مكتبون. مكتبة in هستة مربوطة. This is actually library. This word was in the lesson. Think. It was in lesson 4. It was in lesson 4 of the Kitab al-Asasi. And it was, oops, and it was actually one of the first times we actually came across the word maktabatun. Maktabatun means library. So aina al maktabatun, where is the library? Al maktabatu, al maktabatu hunak, the maktab is there. Hunaki, you could also say ki, hunak. Qurba, the word qurba means near. Qarib, al madrasa. So it is, the library is there near the school. This is what it would translate. The library is there near the school. Uridu, and I gave the English translation. Uridu means I want. أنا أذهب إلى المسجد. I want to go to the masjid. وأنا أذهب إلى المطبخ. مطبخ means kitchen. لأكل, to eat. So, and I want to go إلى, to, and you would notice, you should notice, preposition alif lam kasra, the rule we learned way back in lesson 4. لأكل, to eat. من أين أنت, where are you from? أنا من Bangladesh or Bangladesh. وأنت, I'm from Bangladesh. And you? Ahmed. أنا معلم, I am a teacher. معلم means is a teacher. Sometimes it could mean some, very knowledgeable individual. وأنا, Khalid said. وأنا مهندس. Muhandis is engineer. أين Hamid, where is Hamid? No, what am I saying? Ahmed, أين الحمام, where is the hammam? حمام في البيت الصغير. The hammam is in the small house. شكرا, thank you. عفوا, my pleasure. This was the first part of the translation. Going to the second part. سعيد, أكتاب محمد هذا يا ياسر. أكتاب محمد. If someone, maximum of you guys got this wrong, and I don't know why. This is a case of possessional statements. And أكتاب محمد هذا يا ياسر. أكتاب محمد هذا يا ياسر. Is this book, or you could say, is this Muhammad's book, oh Yasir? Wait, it's texting. All right. All right. أكتاب محمد هذا يا ياسر. لا, هذا كتاب حامد. No, this is Hamid's book. And if you notice, I taught you guys something very interesting some time ago, where we learned about idafa and we learned about mudaf ilay. We said that it always has an alif lam. There are exceptions. If there is a name after it, you don't need to have an alif lam to make it you don't have to have an alif lam to make it specific. A name is specific in of itself, right? So even though sometimes you might not have an alif lam, I taught this in the class, but when I did the video, I did not mention this because some of the people watching were new, and I didn't, either I forgot or I didn't find a necessity, I don't remember, but some of you guys commented in the comment section, so which was really good. And now I am bringing this up, although it's kind of old, that if you have an alif lam, you should have alif lam all the time. Most of the time, you will. And if you don't, if it's a name, it's still mudaf ilayh. So this is an example of idafa. Okay. Moving on. أين كتاب محمد? Where is Muhammad's book? هو تحت المكتب بهناك. Some guys, one of the students, she wrote huwa as it, which is, no, she wrote huwa as he, although it was supposed to be it. And I guess what was going in her head was, well, huwa means he, but she failed to remember we are talking about the book and not the person. The word book is masculine, so we are using the masculine version of the pronoun. And if it's a living thing, it means he. If it's a non-living thing, it's it. we've done this many times. The word she, hiya, if it's, let's say, sabura, when we say hiya sabura, it doesn't mean she's a sabura, she is a board, it means it is a board. I did cut marks for this. This is grammatically wrong. Tahta means under. This is also a preposition. We did not learn this. There are more prepositions other than from, min, ala, fi, and ila. Like fawqa is one of them, tahta is one of them, and that's why you see an alif lam and kasra. Huwa tahta al-maktab bihunak. It is under the table there. Aina daftar? Daftaru Ammar. Where is daftar means notebook. If you didn't know, again, this was in the book Kitab al-Asasi. Notebook. Daftar Ammar. Where is Ammar's notebook? Huwa ala al-maktab al-mudarris. It is under the teacher's. It is under the teacher's desk. Huwa ala al-maktabi hunak. Okay? So you could note this down. The daftar is notebook. It could also mean like a note copy or copy, whatever the hell you want to call it. Daftar is that. Okay, so huwa ala maktab. This is a slight mistake. Ala al-maktab. Ala maktab al-hunak. Okay. Moving on. قلم من هذا يا عمار. Whose pen is this, O Ammar? هذا قلم المدرس. Nobody got this right. Sad. Last, and we're done. Saeed أين حكيبة? حكيبة is bag, and it's muannas, as you can see. Al-mudarris, where is the teacher's bag? Here, this is the example. Hakiba is feminine. The pronoun used is feminine, and it does not mean she here. It means it, because the word Hakiba is non-human. تحت المكتب. It is under the table. This translation was a long 30 marks out of 50. Few of you got it right, so, which was at least reassuring. Many of you got these simple translations wrong, which shows we need to do more studying. Anyways, it's been a long time since we've uploaded any videos. If time allows, we will definitely go through the book again. Till then, bye-bye.